All right, all right. Welcome everyone to the special called Monday session of the Athens-Clarke County Mayor and Commission. It is Monday, February 7th, and we are glad to have you here with us. We have just a single item on the agenda today, which I'll describe in just a couple of minutes, but I am going to turn this over to Clerk Spratlin so that she can call the roll for us. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call roll. I don't see Clerk Spratlin on. Commissioner Davenport.
Here.
Commissioner Parker.
Here.
Commissioner Lake.
Here.
Commissioner Wright.
Present.
Commissioner Denson.
Here.
Commissioner Houle.
Here.
Commissioner Edwards. Commissioner Myers.
Here.
Commissioner Thornton. Commissioner Hamby.
Here.
All right, folks, we are fortunate to have a quorum, so glad to have you here. Given that we have this special called session, I would like to entertain a motion for suspension of rules.
So moved.
All right, I've got a motion from Commissioner Myers and a second from Commissioner Houle for suspension of rules. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? All right, hearing none, we are going to go ahead and move forward to the purpose of this meeting, which is to consider revisions to the TSPLOST 2023 projects and estimated cost list. And so for members of the public, we had inadvertently left off one line item on our TSPLOST approval from a week ago, simply a clerical error given that we had to do lots of cutting and pasting in a spreadsheet to get to the fantastic conclusion that we had last Tuesday. That also did mean that we had to shave some project costs from some other projects to reinsert this sidewalk bucket for East Athens. And Commissioner Myers, I'm going to turn it over to you to more fully describe what we have in front of us, and then I would entertain a motion.
Okay, well, I'm going to make the motion first to approve the agenda item as presented with one additional revision, the addition of the TSAC recommended project for the Lexington Road sidewalk gap at $543,000 and the reduction of the Lexington Road corridor project by an equivalent amount from $8.9 million to $8,357,000. So I want to make that motion first, and then I'll address it after I get my second.
I'll second.
All right, I've got a motion from Commissioner Myers and a second from Commissioner Parker for the motion on the floor. Go right ahead, Commissioner Myers.
Yeah, I just will reiterate what Mayor Gertz said, that this omission of the project that wasn't listed last week is the East Athens sidewalk project that was submitted by Mr. Fred Smith. And I have communicated with him too to make sure that he knows that it is back in there. And I want to thank Athens in Motion Chair Lauren Blaze for noticing that omission in the TSPLOST so that we got that back in there. With slight reductions from a couple of the projects, the corridor projects from the Athens in Motion project and from the Electrify the Vehicle project, which was probably the least reduced project in there. I also added on in this amendment a pulling out of the Lexington Road sidewalk gap project that had been contained in the Lexington Road bucket, so that now it's a standalone project at just over a little $500,000, and then reduce that Lexington bucket on that. And I believe Commissioner Davenport, whose district that in was, wanted to speak briefly to that as well.
All right, as seconder, Commissioner Parker, any further input?
Not really. I just, again, wanted to also thank Lauren Blaze for catching that omission. Kind of just speaks to the power of collaborating and being in communication with the government, make sure things get done. So thank you very, very much for letting us know.
Thanks, Commissioner Parker. Commissioner Davenport, a few words on Lexington Highway.
Yeah, this is a good thing, and I would like to thank Dr. Myers and Lauren Blaze and staff for correcting this omission. Our CAC had worked really hard, and it was just we overlooked it because we made some last minute changes. But this is going to be a great boon and benefit for those who walk in the grass heading to Walmart from Brighton Park and the surrounding areas. And I thank my colleagues and others for their support.
Thanks, Commissioner. All right. Any further input? Commissioner Wright.
Yes, I wanted to clarify, Mayor Pro Tem Myers, you said it was Project 4. It looks like it's Project 12. I just want to make sure we're.
I think you're
Yeah, Project 12 is the East Athens pedestrian improvement.
right.
Separate from that was the Lexington bucket that was reduced.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure the numbers are all checking out again too as well.
Right.
Thank you.
And the numbers have also changed on different spreadsheets when the TSAC when the SPLOST office updated them. So I was fearful of using a specific number in case it had changed.
Okay, understood.
Okay.
I'm ready for everybody else's.
All right. Any further input on this item?
Mr. Mayor, before we vote, I just want to give everybody an update of where we are in the process.
Thanks, Attorney Drake.
So we'll be meeting next Tuesday night, of course, to approve the resolution calling the election, directing the Board of Elections to call the election, and for other purposes, of course, our agenda setting meeting, but also the intergovernmental agreement itself. Michael Pruitt, the attorney for the town of Bogart, asked us to add some clarifying language that the issuance of bonds is optional. We had that right, but he wanted to clarify that it wasn't mandated, so we can put that language in there at his request. Obviously, that doesn't change anything substantially because that was our purpose all along, to have that as an option. And secondly, after Commissioner Wright expressed her concern, making sure we had that important language in there that gives us the flexibility, and I indicated that it was listed and still is under each project, I decided to bring it up into the body of the intergovernmental agreement as well, just to make sure that it was clear that flexibility was there. So I've done that, and that is why when you got your email today, it had a intergovernmental agreement, some changes highlighted as well, and we'll be asking the commission to approve those changes at next Tuesday's meeting. Of course, again, there's not anything substantive, just making sure we got our I's dotted and T's crossed. And so after this meeting, as soon as we approve this, our project statement, I'll be sending the IGA itself and our project statement along with Winterville's project statement, to the town of Bogart, who meets this evening, and they'll be approving the IGA in its final form. And then tomorrow evening, the city of Winterville meets, and will be approving the IGA. And then again, as I just stated, we'll be meeting again next Tuesday to adopt the IGA in its final form. So that's kind of the and then the Board of Elections will meeting either next Wednesday week or Thursday week to approve the publication of the notice and the call for the election in the paper. So that's where we're headed. We're in good shape.
Thanks for that overview, Attorney Drake. Yep. Appreciate that very much. And we were fortunate to be joined by Bogart Mayor Janet Jones and Winterville Mayor Dodd Farrell tonight. So thanks to both of you for spending a couple minutes with us. I've got a couple questions from commissioners. Commissioner Houle.
Yeah, thanks. I want to really thank Mayor Pro Tem Myers and Commissioner Davenport for these final additional tweaks. And just wanted to give everyone a heads up when reaching out to thank Lauren Blaze, who chaired the advisory committee, for her work in catching this. She was keen to point out that it was actually a staff member who had alerted her. And I thought that spoke really well to just how attentive our transportation and public works staff is at looking at all the details and making sure that what we ultimately pass does match our intent. And in this case, I think they really helped us along. So that's all.
Keeping us between the lines and out of the ditch. Commissioner Davenport.
Just finally, I would like to thank the great residents of District 1, Dave Henson, for also notifying us and catching the error as well.
Thanks, Commissioner. All right. So we've got a motion and a second. A call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Hearing none, it is unanimous. Everybody, thanks for your time tonight. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Right. Got a motion from Commissioner Wright, a second from Commissioner Davenport. All in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Thank you all so much. See you tomorrow night, everybody.
Okay.